Welcome back. So I'm going to cover rather quickly here because again I've kind of fallen behind on putting together these videos. An AKC trial, June 6th and 7th in San Jose, California. And so I was doing jumpers, fast and standard each day, open jumpers, and then started at novice in both fast and standard. So novice fast is kind of first up here. And one of the things you'll see here, pretty good run here, actually a qualifying run, and I got to move up on the second day. Really, the two things of note here are you'll see here I do reset her. She misses her first weave pull entry, and I do reset her and force her to kind of go through it again, kind of in the same way that she missed the entrance on it. And again, I'm trying to get her to learn that she has to fight for these weave pull entries. And that's kind of part of a training I'm now starting to do in the ring with her. The other thing you'll see right here is I almost collide with the judge as I'm heading for the send, but it all works out okay. And here's where she doesn't hit the weave pull entry, so I actually bring her back, make her do a downstay, and then I go back and reset her. And the second time through, she actually hits the weave pull entry just fine, makes it through, and the run ends there. And that was good enough for a queue, which actually allowed us to move up for the second day. So we are now doing open fast, and that's what we were able to do on the second day of the trial. The next run is standard, and standard, presents a particular problem, which is, it includes the dog walk, and we just aren't getting running contacts on the dog walk. She's just not understanding them. She's not understanding the criteria, and in fact, coming out of this trial, I resolved to switch my training and go back and retrain her to do a stopped contact. So the first thing you'll see here is kind of an oh shit moment. She lies down at the start line, not entirely certain why, and I decide not to accept that and go back and reset her. But then I realize, holy crap, I can't lead out again. Uh-oh. And so now I'm going to have to run with her, and she's way faster than I am, and so it immediately leads to problems, as you can see there. Now, watching this again, for some reason, I didn't put her in a downstay and make her reset to do these weave pulls. And I don't remember why. It's been a while, and I don't remember why. But clearly, that was a mistake. I should have stuck to the guns that I had kind of come in with, which was I was always going to reset her. And then here on the dog walk, I try to slow up to get her to hit that contact at the end. I thought, if she would see me stopped, she might have a better chance. But I didn't commit to it fully. I kind of rolled through that stop, and she did end up missing that dog walk contact. But in truth, outside of weave pulls and contacts, this is a pretty good run. So pretty happy with that. Kind of weirdness at the beginning. Respectable yards per second, but no qualifying time there. So, and then from there we'll go on to the jumpers with weaves run, and this is really one of the best runs that we've had in jumpers. Very happy with this run. Now it's not a cue because right at the end she ticks a bar. I rear cross a double, and obviously that can be a challenge. I don't particularly want to avoid it. I want to train her through it, but that's what occurs to kind of end up not queuing on the run. But you can see the rest of this, including perfect entry and performance on 12 weave pulls coming up here. Bang! Look at that. Just beautiful. Like if I can get my girl doing that, just beautiful. Right here, great turn out of the tunnel. Little tick there, that bar comes down. But overall, phenomenal. Really happy with that. Really fast 6.65 yards per second. And frankly, if I could get that all the time, that bar will, I think, eventually take care of itself. So then moving on to Sunday, we moved up to open fast here, and had opened with a fairly good run in fast. Didn't result in a queue, but still a fairly good run. So to start the run off, I actually decided to try to be helpful, help her on her weave pull entry. I've decided to actually help her with these, try to block the entry and help show her the entry. So again, she hits it really nicely. I'm very proud here. I turn it around, and even though it takes a little bit of effort, she fights and gets that entry. So that was really nice. Now, I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. I can't remember anymore, but clearly that's not real nice. She kind of comes off the teeter here weirdly. Not entirely certain what happened there, but that cost us some time. And in the end, that actually proves important because We end up kind of not getting a cue in this run, partly because we were over time. But again, really happy with the weave poles, really happy with pretty much everything in this run. And, not much to complain about, really, despite the fact that for some reason she didn't end up queuing. I think I have the time wrong there. I think the time was over 32 seconds. Anyway, this, however, was by far my favorite run of the day. This was probably one of the best standard runs we've had in AKC Novice. Just blazing fast. It so sadly, tragically, doesn't result in a queue at the very end. But she hits her dog walk, and one of the things I did learn from this is that if I can get to the end of the dog walk and be stopped, she actually has a better chance of hitting it. And again, I start here by blocking off the weave pole entrance to try to help her, which she does. She successfully gets into it and gets through the weave poles. I do some serious running in this coming up here. I have to run to make a front cross on this A-frame, and I really have to get on my horse to do it, but I do, and it works out really well. And this is one of the best front crosses I've done. Perfect positioning, showing decel. She's turned. Absolutely lovely stuff there. And you'll see, I get to the end of the weave pole, just book it, stop. She managed to get it right here. Oh my God. Throw my hands in despair. But again, really happy with that run. I mean, 5.7 yards per second, just absolutely phenomenal. So, look, the main thing coming out of this trial really was a resolve to go back and retrain my dog walk to do a stopped contact.